everyone and welcome back to my channel. At this point of time, I don't know what is my channel's name too, but I will recollect it and find out because I'm going to be active after this. It's been 6 to 7 months I haven't posted any of the long videos. The reason behind this was that I was preparing for an exam known as fmge, and I'm very happy to announce that I have cleared it in my first attempt with 181 marks. And I hope you understand what is going to be today's topic, that is how I passed my fmge exam in my first attempt with such a good marks. I think it's good marks. So it's going to be very informative for all the peoples watching, all my juniors, colleagues. Many of my friends call me who were not able to make it this time, that what was my strategy, and I want to share it with each and every person because not everyone is able to call me or receive my call. I am not able to receive everyone's call, and some people even don't know me. Going to the topic, we started like how I passed it. So many people wants to know what I did in my first 5 years of college, and many people wants to know what I did in this 6 months to prepare this. So we will divide this into two portions. First is what I did from first year to 5 years, that first 5 years, and what I did in that first 6 months, that is for the exam. Okay. So I will not create a FOMO among people who haven't did this type of schedule and who are preparing for the upcoming June 2024. I will give a very brief information. If you haven't done this in your 5 years, it's okay. In this 6 months, if you study hard and you will give your best, you can pass the exam with much better marks. So for all the juniors who want to see or want to know what I studied, for them, for the first year when the journey started from 2018, I didn't took it much seriously. I did only for the university purpose. There are studies that were only for the university purpose. It was all about making new friends, enjoying and settling in the new country, learning the language, as Russian was very difficult for me, and it was up till the 5th year very difficult. So in the first year, I told you it was all fun and only studying for the university purpose. But from the second year, we took a platform known as Marrow, which proved very helpful for me because some subjects were very difficult to understand during the university life, and so we started studying from Marrow as well as for the university purpose. Up till the 5th year, I completed up till 15 subjects with my own notes as well as the videos, the main videos, and solving the MCQs somehow during the classes, and I managed. Also, my university has, like, I did my MBBS from International Higher School of Medicine, and we have tie up with many coaching classes from India. First used to be, now we have tie up with Arise, and all the Arise faculty used to come to Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek, to teach various subjects, clinical as well as non-clinical, and all type of subjects, and that was MCI classes. So I attended each and every MCI classes. I didn't miss any, and during that time it helped me a lot. So when I came to India, so first chapter is over what I did. So for the next 6 months when I came to India, this is the part 2 of our video, and I'll explain you it in very detail. Now we are going to discuss in detail about the part 2. So those students who are going to attempt for the fmge 2024 June, this time the part 1 is not much of a use for you, so you guys can skip that one and directly come to the part 2. So what's part 2 about? Two kind of people comes to the part 2. One who have studied during their 5 years using any of the platforms like Marrow, PrepLed or anything. They have the knowledge some sort of, and they also have their own notes like handwritten as well as from the Prep, Marrow, whatever it may be. And there are second type of people who haven't studied from any platform. They have studied only for the university purpose, and now they don't know what to do during this 6 months. So for them, I would like to suggest that those who haven't studied, you people better join coaching. So they will make the notes and every topic concise for you, and that will help you. For those who have studied and have the notes, I would like to suggest them just sit and think whether the notes or the thing you have learned, is it revisable? Are you able to revise them entirely? Or the content is so vast, like in Marrow, Prep Ladder, the content is so vast that it's not possible to revise it again. It's like reading the whole thing once again. It feels like the same. So for me, I had 15 subjects done, and even I had notes of each and every subject. I thought it was very difficult for me to revise each and everything during this 6 months, because it was very, very, very vast and in very detail. And I'm the laziest person to read each and everything. I always need a motivation to study. I always need to see someone to get myself into the studying. So I decided to join a coaching, Arise, because we have learned many things during this from this faculty during our UG days. Like in 4th, 5th year, I told we joined MCI classes, and the same faculty is going to teach us in the coaching. So I decided I will go for Arise. It's better to learn the same thing again and again instead of going for different materials. And so I joined Arise Hyderabad. Soon after coming from Bishkek, I was in my home for 7 days, and then I went to Arise for 6 months. Those who haven't studied during the UG days, you best is go for coaching. There they will tell you the concise material, as well as you will get that momentum to study. And even for those who don't think their material isn't revisable, or they need a momentum, or they need someone to see to get things done, they should also join coaching. And if you think that if you have very concise handwritten notes with you and you can revise them, you can opt for studying in home and revise it. So for my strategy, what I told you, I joined the coaching. I divided my coaching phase, that was 6 months, into 2 periods, 4 months and 2 months. I decided that for the 4 months I will study consistently, that I will not pressurize myself to study much more. So during these 4 months, what I did, I have written down, joined the coaching, and here I attained each and every subject's like lectures. Each teacher, faculty used to come there. I learned every new thing, all the concept. I built my concept very well. Some were very strong and some were very weak. So I made sure that whatever I don't know, I learned during this phase of 4 months. Learning new things should be done in this first 4 months. So I attended all my classes, each and every, I didn't miss any, and try to revise the same thing on the same day possible. I asked this suggestion from many of my seniors, and this is their suggestion. I am sharing it up to you. Whatever they teach you, it's better you revise on the same day itself, which will help you to make it very perfect and retain for a long time. In Arise, it's not a sponsored video though, but I'm telling my schedule. They used to take a test after completion of each subject. And they used to give a holiday of 1 day, 2 day, according to the length of the subject for preparing for the test. So I used to give test after every subject. Many of them not used to give the test. They used to skip that day or they skip the test, but I didn't do that. I learned on the same day. I tried to learn all subjects on the same day they taught, but not all subjects were possible from me to revise it. So it's okay if you don't have time to revise the same thing, but try it. Apart from that, I gave each and every test there, and after completion of each test, there used to be a test discussion. I attended that and I analyzed where I was going wrong. So this 4 months was learning new concept, building new concepts, revising on the same day itself, and making your concept very, very well, that even if the question comes out of the box, out of the syllabus, from these notes, you should be able to find out somewhat or rule out the options. So this was my strategy, not to go according to the notes oriented. It was about concepts oriented. And the second part, that is 2 months. This is the prayer period where you should do intense work. First 4 months was consistent work, and next 2 months was very, very, very intense work. I made day and night one. I studied a lot during this period. And even though when I calculated my actual time for what I have studied, there was no time which was more than 6 hours. My productive time max was 6 hours for what I studied. So during this time, I completed 2 revisions. One revision of all the 19 subjects perfectly, that learning it was very intense revision, and during this time only I solved many MCQs. First 4 months I didn't solve any MCQs, but you people don't repeat this mistake. You should solve MCQs. At least you should make habit of solving MCQs, tackling the MCQs. And then during these 2 months I started solving MCQs, and that was very difficult for me to solve that and give that concentration. And slowly but I developed that habit. For first revision during that time, I also solved PYQs. For each and every subject, I written down the topics which were asked in 2018, 2019, 2021, 22. I will share my photos where I written down the topics the way I have planned at the end of this video. And also for the first revision, I told you I have solved PYQs. And for the second revision, I didn't revise every subject. Only 10 subjects were there high yielding which I revised. Because I was so ill during this time that I lost my hopes. I was so ill. I was bedridden, and it was not possible for me to even complete my second revision. So this was the journey up till now. All the PYQ topics, and I noted down each and every topics, how many times it reappeared during this 5 years. I star marked it. I revised. Last 1 month from the exam, I noted that day, and I started giving GTs. During these 2 months, I was giving GTs, but last 1 month, every day I gave a GT. So there were 30 GTs I gave in the last 1 month, and I shared this thing with each and every person. That tells you that solving question is very important. Even though if you have very less knowledge, it's okay, but solve as many as questions you can, because thank me later, it will work like wonders to you. And I suggest solve only the high yielding questions like PYQs and this GTs only during last 2 months, because a human brain can accommodate the knowledge only for 2 months. Like you can remember things for 2 months. Now if you ask many topics from the exam, I'm not able to recall that. So last 2 months you should do the high yielding things like PYQ topics and GTs. So I may tell you that I solved around 30,000 questions, 30,000 plus questions during my last 30 days. My schedule used to be for the last 30 days was getting up in the morning, giving a GT, and then revising the thing we should revise through the day. And at the last end of the day, when I was so tired, I used to review that GT. Whatever I did right, the question which I did right according to my concept, I used to skip that, and then I used to read other questions which I did wrong. I used to read its explanation and see why the question went wrong. So in short, my journey was all about testing my each and every subject separately. I used to give subject wise test too. Like one of the subject I think I am not good at, I used to give subject test. I used to analyze that which of the subtopics from the topics are weak, and I used to read them. It was all about tackling my mistakes again and again, practicing questions, giving test, analyzing it, and moving on. It was not that reading the same thing again and again. It was about doing things which were imperfect, giving GTs again and again, practicing myself well, making myself very perfect during this day, and this helped me a lot. And for those people who are repeaters right now, I would like to tell them that don't repeat this mistake again. Those subject you think that you are good, give their subject test. See whether you are good, even still good at that, or some of your concepts are wrong, or some topics from that subject is not good. Only read them and make them perfect. You should more concentrate on that subjects where you lacked in the exam. Like suppose you haven't done micrology, or micrology was very difficult for you, that means you have a weak concepts in that, and you should build them now. So this is the way you can tackle your problems, your weakness, and make yourself perfect. Every day, each day you will be very perfect, believe me. Don't go behind the same subject where you are perfect. Go behind that subject which you think very tough. This journey is indeed tough, but I know you can do it, and everyone can do it. Just give your best, and not with motivation, be consistent. You should know what you want in this life. Just work for this 4 months and you will be very happy for next 40 years. I hope this video is very helpful for those who almost need it, and I tried to explain it in very simple ways, and I was having little fear of speaking on camera after so many days, But I hope this video really helps you. Don't forget to share, subscribe and like this video, and let me know in the comment section whether it was very helpful. Bye bye, stay tuned for the next video.